Hi YouTube, it's Jess back for another update. Thanks to all my new subscribers and for everyone that commented. I'm sorry that my last video was split into two parts. I thought it was still under the allowable YouTube limit, but obviously it wouldn't let me load it, so I had to split it. And it's the first time I've done that, so I know it was a bit disjointed, especially the second one started straight off, but thanks to everyone that still liked the video and watched it and commented. This is my week 4 post-op video, so I can't actually believe that it's been a month, but I am really excited because tomorrow I officially get to start soft foods. I'm seeing my dietitian first thing in the morning. So I'll probably just have a protein shake for breakfast because that's usually what I have anyway. And I was having that even before I started my pre-op diet, so that's pretty normal for me, even though now I find I can only have half a protein shake, whereas before I'd have a full cup. It would be over 250 mils though. I use the Magic Bullet to make it, so I used to find I needed the large cup, or I would, to feel satisfied, or I would basically have a full cup's worth. But now it's probably closer to like metric cup 250 mils that I'm able to have at once. I find blending it with lots of ice so that it stays cold between sips really helps me, because I don't I don't drink it if it gets too warm. It has to be really nice and cold. The rest of my week with puree diet, it's been okay, I guess. Once I finished that zucchini slice that I made, that was so easy, and to just have it in the fridge there so I could scoop out half a cup or a cup at a time was really easy, and I didn't get sick of it. But once it had finished, I found I wasn't really sure. I guess I was just didn't really feel like sort of experimenting with different things. So I would have some peanut butter or cream cheese spread onto a crusket. I'm not sure what a similar biscuit would be over in America, but here, definitely in Australia, the crusket, it's so light and airy that when you actually chew it, it dissolves down into nothing. So it isn't actually like a cracker. It is a cracker, but it just dissolves into nothing. So it's really great. I'd heard from someone that had the sleeve that recommended that you could have things on a crusket, and it definitely helps because it adds a bit of crunch. That was something I was really missing, just having all soft foods. Whereas at least I know as long as I chew the crusket and really take my time with it, I find that it's really satisfying just to have that crunch as well, and then to have something on it. I haven't had as many eggs this last week. I don't think it's because I was sick of eggs, but just because I'd have to sort of cook them up, and I didn't really feel like that. Tonight, I worked tonight. That's another thing, I've started back at work, but I'll just talk about that in a sec. But we had ribs, like it was cooked while I was at work, and then I got home and I just had some, and that's sitting fine. I was really careful chewing it. I think pre-op, if I had have had ribs, I probably would have sort of eaten it and not chewed it very much, but I was really careful this time to chew it a lot, and yeah, that's really good. So I started back at work last Friday night. I found, so that was basically 3.5 weeks post-op. I found after about an hour because I work at a plus size retail store, so it's on your feet the whole time. We were pretty steady, not super busy, but definitely steady, and I was doing a lot more walking around than I probably had in the 3.5 weeks prior. But I was working with another girl, which was great to have the two of us there. I'm really careful not to lift anything. heavy or like do anything that's going to strain. I actually find bending over, like if something dropped on the floor, to pick that up is more uncomfortable than reaching up high for something. And I still have these 2 wounds that are healing, so I was really careful about that as well. But it was great to work with someone else. So I did work Friday, Saturday and Sunday and Monday. Then I had Tuesday off. I worked Wednesday and yeah. No, I think I had Monday off as well. So I must have had Monday, Tuesday off, and then I worked Wednesday all day. And then I just worked tonight, and tonight has been my first shift that I worked by myself. And it wasn't too bad. I do have some Panadol in my bag, so usually after a couple of hours I find I need to have a Panadol. I find I get thirsty quickly, so I like to be able to get a drink. But apart from that, a girl just quit tonight, I found out. So I was trying to space out my shifts so that I would have like 2 days on, 2 days off. But I'll be working the next, I think, 5 or so days in a row. But we have a really small team who work together. So if she's quit now, someone has to step up, and I'm the only one left really. So that's fine. On Monday, I saw my bariatric GP, and she's lovely. I hadn't actually seen her before. There are 2 that are associated with my surgeon. I thought I would be seeing my surgeon so he could check up, but it seems that after surgery, you really just see the rest of the team. And that's at the Adelaide Obesity Clinic. So there are 2 GPs that work there. The dietitian that I have seen already, that I'm seeing tomorrow morning as well. There's a psychologist, but I do have my own psychologist, but obviously his speciality is bariatric patients, so I am going to see him because it was organised through the surgery, so I'll just go and see him anyway. And also there's an exercise physiology group who's associated with the clinic. They're not at the clinic, unfortunately, because the clinic's actually quite close to where I live. But I am booked in to see them as well. So the GP I saw, the last time I saw a bariatric GP was pre-op. Actually, I think it was before even, like when I first started looking into it last year. So I saw this new lady this time, but she's still really nice and made me feel really comfortable. She seemed really happy with how everything was going and my progression with foods and trying different things. And she said I had a really positive attitude, which is great. I was disappointed. I was saying how I was disappointed with actual numbers. I asked to weigh myself there because I wasn't sure, like nothing was really happening on my scales, and I thought maybe it was my scales, but I weighed myself there and I was 135.6 kilos. On the day of my operation, I was 138, which means I haven't even lost 3 kilos since in a month. So that's less than a kilo a week, and I was really disappointed. And she said to me, don't get hung up on the numbers, and everyone is saying, you know, once you start regular food, your body will go out of the shock. And I just feel, on the one hand, that I've been trying to get in protein, and then on the other hand, it's like, well, maybe I haven't been making good protein choices. I should be eating lower fat, like trying to just have lots less fat. But it's definitely frustrating. I'm hoping, since I start the soft foods tomorrow, and I will be talking to my dietitian about it as well, that once I start that, also the exercising as well, she said she cleared me for the exercise. She asked if I had been exercising, and I said no, I really wanted to hear from someone, like to do a professional, to say yes, you're clear to do that. She cleared me for walking, so she said best not to do, I mean, if I did any sort of resistance work, it would have to be very lightweight, but not really recommending resistance work, more saying to go on walk. So that's something, I mean, I guess if I really wanted to, I would have jumped straight into it, but I found I've been really tired from starting back at work. But I guess the combination of starting food, real food, soft foods, and starting exercising, hopefully will help the numbers go down. I was talking to a girl at work who had gastric band, and she said it's good if you lose slowly because it means your skin's not going to be as saggy, and you're more likely to keep it off. But I've been comparing numbers to other people, and they seem to be losing a lot more than me, and I lost more weight on my pre-op diet than I have post-op. So I'm very frustrated, but I'm really glad I have this appointment with the dietitian tomorrow so I can ask her what's going on. So that was my numbers. Yeah, I didn't really want to do my numbers because they suck, but my highest weight was 155 kilos. On the date of my surgery, the 18th of April, I was 138 kilos. And today, the 17th of May, almost a month, I'm 135.6. Well, that's what I was on Monday, so I hope I haven't gained any since then, but if I've lost some since then, that's great. But yeah, it's just really disappointing. So I'm yet to see the numbers, but I guess you have to put in the exercise so that you can lose the weight, and that's what my, I guess, weekly goal is, to really start exercising, because I feel my food's going quite well anyway. So before I go over time again, I'll just sign off. Thanks again for everyone who's subscribing and leaving the comments, especially the comment about my vitamins, to not take the calcium and multivitamin together. I really appreciate that one. But I am looking for another way to have the calcium, since I don't enjoy having the calcium. Basically, the only way I could take it was to sort of mask the flavor by having it with the multivitamin. So that's the other thing I'll be asking my dietitian tomorrow. But I will check back in a week. Good luck with everybody. I know there are a couple of people whose surgeries were coming up. And I've really enjoyed watching everyone's new videos that they've been posting. Hopefully I'll have some happier news regarding my weight loss next week. But apart from that, at least I can eat things and I'm not vomiting. That was something I was afraid of. But good luck to everyone else, and please feel free to leave comments and feedback. And I'll just keep watching everyone else's videos. So thanks you guys, have a great week, and I will speak to you soon. Bye everybody.